Okay, so these are going to be the top 10 effective ways to revise. So, number one is to start your revision early. And by early, I always recommend around November time of your examination year. So that gives you 6 or so months to start to plan your revision. If you've left it till Easter, again, that's not too late. Any time is better than no time. So, number two leads on to your plan. And it's really important that you start to plan. You'll be studying a lot of subjects, potentially 10 subjects. So you need to know what to plan and what to revise and when. So maybe create a nice timetable that will help with your revision. So you know on a Monday that you'll do a little bit of physics and maybe history. And then following that, really, you want to be planning your timetable but using the Pomodoro method. And this method is when you revise for 25 minutes and then give yourself a break for 5 minutes. And that's really important, that you give yourself a break and you give yourself a reward for doing that 25 minutes, but you must be working hard in those 25 minutes. Little and often is much better. Number three, have a little think and look around. What are your exam boards? And then once you find your exam board, go on to the website and download some past papers. Past papers, especially for physics and your sciences, is so important. All right. On top of that, you can download the mark schemes. And as long as they're not locked, i.e. they've not just been taken in the past cohort, they'll be available to you. And there are plenty of examples on there. There's also what's called the examiner report. Not many people read that, but it is so important. It will give you a clue about what the pupils did in the last cohort that took that exam. So that moves on to number 4. As part of your revision, it's flashcards. I really like flashcards. I think they're really important. And using them is really good for your retrieval, that bringing about of information from your long-term memory back to your working memory. And the more times you do that, the more likely you are to remember it. And it's okay, using this, to forget. Don't forget that. It's okay to forget what you've learnt, and then you can go back over it and remember it again. And the more times you do that, the more likely it is to be in your long-term memory. But I suggest that you buy some flashcards and you don't make them. If you make them, you're wasting time. And that time can be spent doing some past paper questions. 5, this one is particularly for physics really. It's the calculations. Don't be scared by the calculations. Keep practicing the calculations. I've done a video that looks at the FIFA method. Please find that video. I'll put a link to it in the comments. That will tell you how to answer the questions to get full marks. But practice them, get confident with them. Don't be afraid of them. Take a risk, have a go. There's techniques there about how to answer them and get full marks. 6 is use the websites available to you. And by that I mean Bite Size, Seneca Learning, and also Isaac Physics for your physics practice. Lots of calculations there to bring your confidence up. Lots of little short, sharp quizzes. Again, really good for your retrieval. Keep asking yourselves and testing yourselves. 7 will be reward. Right, you're working hard. You want to do well. Reward yourself. But only reward yourself for staying focused. So it brings back in to point number 2 there, really. just make sure that you have not got your phone, that you're not having a cheeky look at your Instagram or any other social media there. Keep off that. Number 8 is really important, and it's 3 things in one, really. It's making sure you're getting at least 8 hours sleep a night. Sleep is very important. Diet is very important. Eat healthily, but treat yourself, but eat healthily, as is exercise. If you don't exercise, you'll feel more tired, more lethargic, you'll have fatigue, and you won't feel like revising. Number 9 might be a little bit controversial, but do not listen to music. Now, you might feel you're being really productive by revising, listening to music. I know I did when I did my GCSEs. I loved listening to my music when I was revising, and I felt I got more stuff done. I made mind maps, I made flashcards. However, it was productive for that moment of time, but that information did not go into your long-term memory. At the minute, in your working memory, you'd be listening to those lyrics, even if it's subconsciously, and also trying to learn. And you can't cope with all that information. You just need to do one thing at a time. Number 10 is keep testing yourself with questions. Yeah, keep testing yourself with questions. Have those retrieval questions ready, again from those flashcards. But also, when you come to revise a topic, don't revise what you already know. Revise some of the things that are harder, and that's a challenge for yourself, and maybe treat yourself after you've done that. But coming to a topic, write down everything that you know. Doesn't matter what it is, on a bit of paper, write down everything you know about that topic. And then go away, look at BBC Bite Size, look at Seneca Learning, look at your revision guides. What do you need to add to that? And then add to it in a different colour. And then a few weeks later, go back to it and try again. And see if you remember more things. Again, that is really important. Of course, cheeky one here, for those doing physics, check out my channel and subscribe, because there'll be plenty more examples about how to answer past paper questions and information on various topics. I hope that's been useful. Good luck.